Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Hey, friend. I am your host, Sky Up, and I'm here for this evening's episode. We're so excited about tonight. Hope you guys get on. We have some very wonderful topic tonight. And I think it's something you all need to think about. We all need to think about how we handle our time, okay? If we were giving a year to live, um, what would you do with that? How would you deal with that? What would you do? I mean, literally, what would you do? So we're hoping that you come in tonight, sit down and talk with me. Let me know that you're on. Say, hey friend, how you doing? Let me know. Hey Sherry, how you doing? Hey friend, I'm glad you're on. Got a great topic tonight. I didn't put it on early because some people say I got scared of your last topic, so I didn't get on. So I said, okay, not going to tell you what I'm going to talk about tonight, but I put it out there about 25 minutes to someone else asked me. Two other people asked me what's the topic I want to come on. So anyway, we're on tonight, and we're really excited to be here. Again, this is a Hey Friend podcast. I am your host, Sky Up, and we're really excited to be on tonight. And we know that it's in the evening time, and people are getting ready for whatever it may be, your favorite show, putting the kids to bed, finish eating. We thank you all for coming out. Say hello to me. Let me know that you're on. Um, hey, friend. Hey, Sia. How you doing? Come on. Let me know. Talk to me. We got a great topic tonight, so I'm really excited about it. Um, I'm actually trying to get on. Not for sure exactly what's going on with my phone, but it's okay. I see people are on, so that's the main thing. So, how you all doing tonight? Hope all is well. It's been a very busy but blessed week. Busy and blessed. Can't even make that a t-shirt. Busy and blessed. Okay, because it's always good when you're doing God's work, even when it doesn't seem like it's God's work. So, hey Michelle, how you doing? Missy, I'm sorry. Hey friend. I have something special for you all. I got two events coming. Well, actually, there's more than that, but I was able to get two flyers for this week's episode, and we're really excited about that. So we know that you all come on, and I don't know why you want to hear me talk or you want to know what the topic is. Well, tonight is a topic, and again, we welcome you to the Hey Friend podcast, and I am your host, Sky Up. So here is our question, our topic for tonight. It may get real deep, and if you can't handle it, I almost said what? You can't stand the heat. Get the hell out the kitchen. Well, it's about to be something like that. Here is our topic for tonight. If you are given 1 year to live, what would you do? If you are given 1 year to live, what would you do? Would you keep on doing what you're doing? Would you do something different? Would you say something different, act different? Tell me, what would you do if you were trying to do something different than what you normally do? If you was only given one year to live, 1 year to live. Talk to me. What does that look like for you? What does that look like for you? To getting 1 year to live. Sherry says right here. She says I would keep doing what I'm doing plus get married. Get married in that last thing. Okay. All right. Let me see. Hey, Sia's on. Sherry's on. Missy's on. Okay. Um, what would you do? What would you do if you was given 1 year to live? Sherry says, um, I would keep doing what I'm doing plus get married. That's really, really good. Um, there was a question like this on Facebook, and I was kind of looking at it, but it was because some things have happened. There was a young man here in my hometown who took his life. I knew this young man, was close to this young man. Wish I was able to talk to him. before he made a decision to no longer live. This has happened. I work at a high school. This has happened a few times since I've been there in the last 8 years. This is actually 7 years. This is going my eighth year this year. Um, and it's tragic for me, especially when it's a young black king, any kid, but when it's young black king that I had a relationship with, that I didn't give them a space or make them feel comfortable enough to come and talk to me before they would do anything like that to themselves. But we never know what young people are going through or anybody's going through. Apparently, there were some other things going on where a woman was trying to hang herself, and her 14-year-old walked in and pulled her down, and she is in critical condition. So I thought about this question mainly also because we want to do so much in this life, like I do. I tell people all the time I'm living full so I can die empty. And when I think about all the stuff that has happened, all the young people, all the killings that are happening, all the mysterious drownings and hangings and so on and so forth going all over everywhere. Um, Thought about, what that question would look like if I was to pose that to myself. If you're given 1 year to live, what would you do? Um, Again, we had somebody share it. I said, I would keep doing what I'm doing plus get married. And so I posed this question to a couple of people that I talked to before I got on the podcast, and they stumbled. Some of them stumbled over the question and so on and so forth. And I was just trying to figure out, how I could bring this to my podcast listeners, my hey friends, because again, when you think about if you were given 1 year to live, that's it. 1 year, that's it. What would you do? And there was a hey Russell, hey Russell, what's going on, friend? This is Hey Friend podcast. It's grown and sexy. Grown meaning mature, sexy meaning like hot chocolate. I mean like chocolate cake because I love chocolate. I was gonna say hot chocolate because I'm craving hot chocolate for some reason. I don't know what that means. Don't mean nobody's pregnant, especially my way. So, but it's just I like chocolate. So that's what that's about. But when you think about having 1 year, somebody brought that question back to me, and I told them, I said, well, if it was for me to have to answer that question, I would probably say, I would probably tell them, or what I would do, which is what I told them, is that I would make sure or try to do my best, probably giving it, to the world, or go on live and do it, and ask if there's anybody that I have made feel some kind of way, if I offended you in any way, if I said I was going to do something I wasn't able to, if I let somebody down, if I didn't talk, um, or wasn't there, or didn't answer the call, wasn't able to assist you, whatever that looks like, I apologize. Please forgive me, and I'm done. And that would be straight that. It wouldn't be nothing else but that. Then I could go on with the rest of my 364 days that I have left. Because I think having a clear mind for me was something that I would want to do for myself. I'm just talking about for me. But what would you do in a year if you was given a year to live? Not just asking for forgiveness, but more so making sure I'm doing everything that I want to do, everything I've tried to do within a year to start something, to see it grow, and then, knowing I'm going to be gone, I would give my all like I do now. Um, and the reason why, somebody said, well, why would you ask me that question? And I'm going to answer that in a little bit, but mainly think about it. If you were given a year to live, what would you do? I have some very close people that I love. Um, that have gone on, different diseases, different health issues. Some of them young, some of them old age, um, accidents. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know what that looks like, even in your world, what that whole thing looks like as far as um, life and death is concerned. But what would you? How would you deal with that? What would you do? Because somebody would say, "Oh, well, first I would panic and be like, for first day I would just panic, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," and then I would start doing whatever. Okay, that's fine. I get that. Makes sense. We do have that type of mind that will run rapid. What can I do? Da da da. You know, I had somebody said, "Well, I'll probably go ride a couple of banks and go on a vacation." I'm like, "But what if you got caught? What if you got shot? What if it was premature? Somebody kill you before your year was up?" Stuff like that. That's what I thought about. That's what I think about. But for you, is there anybody else that would like to answer that? What would you do if you were given a year to live? And so when I was asked the question, why would you ask me something like that? Why would you say something like that? I said, because I told him, I said, it's just simple as this. Why wait to give? Why wait to get that question? Why wait to get that question? Hear me when I say good. Hey, Erlene, how you doing? Come on in. Hey, friend. Why do you need to have that question posed to you like that if you were given a year to live? Because I put myself in that category, we sometimes do things or act like we have a year or two or three or four or five. We act like we have forever. But when does that forever end for us? Because some of us will walk into glory in this flesh and our bodies will be changed. But why wait for that year or that question or that diagnosis that you only have a year to live? Why wait to then to do what you should be doing now? Because if you're living and you're waiting for something, or maybe I should do this, or maybe I shouldn't. Well, what if it was only 6 months? What was only 6 days? What if it was only one day? God said you got 24 hours and I'm coming to get you. What would you do in 24 hours? I mean, think about it. What would you do in 6 months? What would you do in 3 months? What would you do in 9 months if you were given 9 months to live? Again, hey Marcy, how you doing? Hey friend. I'm just thinking, I want you to think about that. If you're given 1 year to live, what would hey Shauna, how you doing? Hey friend, and evening, definitely. If good evening, if you are given 1 year to live, what would you do? Again, a question I'm posing to you, friends, um, for the Hey Friend podcast. Again, I'm Sky Up, I'm your host, and I'm asking you a question. If you're given 1 year to live, what would you do? And when I ask somebody that, they ask me that question, why would you say something like that? I said, because I asked you that, because if you have to think about what would you do, why not do it now? Why wait? Why wait? Why think about it? Why? Because I got this to do, I got this to do, I got this to do. But if you only have 1 year to live, the small stuff, or the stuff that really don't matter, wouldn't matter. So why does it matter now? That question keeps coming up. Why am I doing this? Why am I not doing this? Why am I procrastinating? Why am I second guessing myself? Why am I following? I should have followed my first mind when God says that we shouldn't be a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So we shouldn't have a second mind. We should only have our first mind. But what would you do if you give given a 1 year? And on top of that, why wait? Because we don't know if we have a year. That question was brought up because of so much stuff that's happening now. And some of those people, I believe, didn't think, they didn't wake up that morning saying this was going to happen, or thought that a week ago or a year ago they would be gone, they would no longer be living. So, hey Yoli, how you doing? Hey yo, let's go. Hey friend, you're old enough to be on here now. um, Shauna says right here, she says, um, hold on, let me pull this down. Shauna says, I wasn't given 1 year, but I was given a limited amount of time. What I chose next was based on living and making better choices. Making better choices. Okay. So, how are you living? Shauna, how are you living? And what are you, what choices are you making that was better choices before to move forward, to move on? Because, again, you said limited time. We're on all on a limited time. Sometimes you look back, you think about, wow, time has gone on so much. It's gone on. It happened so fast. I remember a long time ago when the adults used to say, "Live as long as you. I mean, be young as long as you can, because you're gonna be old for the rest of your life, or older for the rest of your life." And I'm like, I tell kids now, just be young as long as you can, because when you get older, that you're gonna be adulting for the rest of your life. And then I also tell them that everybody gets young, but everybody don't get old. So, but what would you do if you had a year, if you were given a year? And if you think about those things, why not do them now? Because what if you wasn't given a year? What if, God forbid, or what if something happened and you're no longer here with us? What if I would have waited? I'm almost at a year doing this podcast. What if I would have waited? I wouldn't have heard Pam's story. I wouldn't have heard about Sherry's stuff in 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 the Memphis with her playing her book. I have some other things I want to show you later on, but the whole thing of having an ultimatum put on you and or diagnosis or something that's going to terminate your time here on this side of heaven, what would you do? And in that, what would you do? Why not do it now? Why wait? Why procrastinate? Why not just do it? Just go for it. Of course, that was a slogan that said, just do it. I'm not going to go through all that because I don't want to be sued, because I'm not affiliated with them at all. I did not say that to say that. But I always wonder, why people do what they do, why people say what they say. Um, and then I had to break that back on myself. Why do I do what I do? Why do I say what I say? Why am I like I am? And if I have a year to live, there's so much that I want to do. So why not do it? Why just do it? Busy and blessed. Busy and blessed. I mean, there's so many t-shirt slogans I have, um, that I am excited about starting and getting my t-shirt business up and running, just because I've always wanted to do clothes. I used to sew and design a long time ago when I was younger, about 40 years ago per se, about 40 years ago, maybe younger. Been sewing since I was in junior high school. Actually, I put in my first zipper when I was 8. My grandmother taught me. But why not do it now? If you think about all the stuff that you want to do, if you only had a year to live, why not start planning and just do it? Think about it. How much living would you be doing instead of just existing? Oh, how fun that would be for you. How fun that would be for you. How fun that would be for me. How fun would that be for whatever you wanted to do, to just do it. And, that's it. I've heard people say, well, I can't do what I want to do because I need money, because I need time, because I don't have the resources. The list goes on and on and on. And I'm like, if you really want to do it, you would make sacrifices to do it. And what does those sacrifices look like? How long do you need? Because you only have a year. Start working on some things to make it look like you're moving in the direction of doing those things. Okay. So what does that look like for you? What does that look like? Shauna's up here. She's up to something. She's saying, one, I choose to make peace and accept my responsibilities for the time I had spent. Woo! That's what I was just talking about earlier. Shauna, I said for myself, someone asked me that same thing, but put it back on me. And I said, well, first and foremost, I would probably do a live or do something where people can see me. And I would leave it on, and I probably would re-up it every day for every 364, 365 days. It would be on repeat every day, be on repeat every day. And I would say, if I've done something, if I said something, if I wasn't there, if I couldn't afford to help assist you, um, if something I did, I mean, whatever it may be, if I made you feel some kind of way, I'm sorry for all of it. Please forgive me, and I'll be done with it. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to be sad about it. I'll say what I'm saying, and I mean it, but I've got other stuff I need to do. But that right there, I would have to clear myself. Now, it was up to them if they want to receive it or not. That's not what I was told to do. I was told to ask for forgiveness and move on. If someone came to me, then we would talk about it, but it wouldn't be a long conversation. Okay, this is what you did, Stephen. Okay, I do remember that. This is probably why I did it, and try to be as sincere as possible and be done with it. And if they say, well, I just want, well, first of all, I'm good. I've said what I said. You hold on to it, that's on you. I'm done. I got a year and I got other things to do. Okay. But hey, friend. But that's where I would be at for real. I mean, because you don't have to, you don't have to do so much all the time when you're asking for forgiveness from somebody. If they don't want to forgive you, they're not gonna forgive you. Okay, here we go. Marcy says, I have so many family members and friends that went to glory. I'm gonna start by visiting restaurants that serve oxtail. I'm gonna be eating oxtails at the beach. All in all, me and my dogs are going to have lots of fun. That's it right there. Having fun, just having fun, because so many people have gone on. So many people have missed out. I was at a men's breakfast, and my theme for my portion, my session was built for more. We are built for more. Black men are built for more. Why? Because we've carried so much weight on our heart, on our emotions, on our spirit, on our backs, on our physical. But we're even built for more than that. If you think about it, we're built for more than that because we've had to go through so much, and we're built for more. And if I told the men that if they just deal in this little bitty square, but there's other people here that need you, yeah, you're not doing what you're supposed to do because you're built to take care of everybody around. Well, I got my wife, I got my kids, I got my grandkids, I got my church, I got my job, I got my household, I got my dad. Okay, yeah, but if there's a young man that's on the side of the street or a young man that's going through something, and you can't assist them, you can't help them, you can't, hey, say, young king, let me talk to you. Everything you need something, what, I don't have much, but man, you can always talk to me. I can give you some advice. Assisting in any kind of way will help that young king. That means you've expanded your territory because you were built for more. Okay, and I'm gonna get off of that because I can go on a tangent. Because that's just what it was about. It was about we're built for more. And so I know that I can actually reach more people, reach more young people when I know I'm built for more. People say, how do you do it? Because I'm built for more. How do you deal with people talking crazy to you and parents? It's not about, how they talk to me. I'm gonna say what I'm saying. Well, I'm gonna let them say what they need to say. Keep the respect real and tight. Hey, friend. But if I can find a learning um, moment to teach, I will. I've learned how to do that because that's who I am. That's what I've been given, and I'm built for more. And I've learned that. Yeah, that's going to be a T-shirt, built for more. Um, so, um, what would you do for to get ready for your demise in 1 year? And again, it was about me asking for forgiveness from anybody and everybody. If you thought I was going to do something and I didn't, I'll be like, I'm sorry. And if you come to me saying, well, you didn't know, but I thought you was going to do this because you said that. Okay, well, again, I apologize. Not to the point where I'm feeling bad about it because I wouldn't know because it was your thought, not mine. You thought I was going to do something. Hey, friend, and I didn't do it. So that really wasn't on me. But I apologize if it made you feel some way since I was a part of the story. Okay. But it's not like that. Okay. Anyway. So, hey, friend. Okay, you said one, Shauna. So what's two? Okay, because I'm waiting for your two. And all God was I chose to make peace and accept my responsibilities for the time I had spent. That was one. What's two? Okay, since you put a one on it, I need the two and maybe the three, four, five. Hey, friend. Anyway, anybody else? Anybody else? If you've been given 1 year to live, what would you do? Marcy said what she had to say. Sherry says what she said. Shauna has said what she said. Is there anybody else that um, would like to say something about what they would do? Um, okay, Shauna says I dance because I owe. Hmm. See, Shauna, if you can't say one word, just so okay. God's doing some things. I just know that God's doing some things, and um, yeah, she says I dance because I owe God. Yes, that's it. You're right. She said that's it. So she's playing with me, y'all. She's playing with me right now. She's playing with me right now. So um, I have been deemed the dance ambassador, and someone heard someone else say it, and they were like, "Oh my God, that's you perfectly." And so I told someone else about it, who is my spiritual dance sister, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's you." And she said, "Who said that?" I said, "Well, I was told that a long time ago, and it was repeated recently over and over because I did. If you go to my page and you've seen my praise dance, the shift, I wasn't going to dance. And when I asked the young ladies to dance, I said, we should. And I meant y'all should. But God has some shifting to do. And since then, I've been asked to do some more dancing in Kansas City. I've been asked to be the head coach over the Blue Diamonds majorette team of our university, Washington University here in Topeka. And I will probably be accepting that position, praying about it. Um, and just God has been good. I mean, there's some other things that's in the wrap. I'm pushing, I'm waiting for a date before I push that out there. But just know that retreat to your posture. Praise dance retreat is coming. It's in order. We shift because it's in order. See, you trying to start some stuff. See how she do, Sherry? It's one of my little sisters. Amen. We shift because it's in order. Oh my God, truly in order. So, anyway, before you all get off, I want to tell you first of all, thank you, and think about that. Think about that. It's not as deep as people, want to go there, and people don't want to think about that. But we need to think about that. What if we got a 1 year? What if we got 1 week? Start doing something to live. Because some things really don't matter. Really don't matter. So, on this Saturday, if you are in Topeka, this is happening. Let's see if I can do this. This is July 18th, 2026. It's Patio Fest. It's presented by the Top City Social. I think it's a club. I believe it's a club. That's what it is. I can't see it off the top of my head. Anyway, it is $10 at the door, 8 to 12. Um, I missed the last one they had, but it's grown and sexy summer nights. So come on out, have a good time. It will be out on the patio in Noto in North Topeka. We're really excited about that. My little sister and my son, I should say, Greg and Danette, they're a part of that. Danette's a part of that. So I'm going to go and support that this Saturday. So if you have nothing to do, come meet me. Meet me there, and let's have a good time and enjoy some grown and sexy summer nights. It's supposed to be a nice night, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Also, listen up, so that you understand that this is what I do. Sherry, fix your crown. Sherry, that's what that is? Let me make sure that's how you say it. God fix my crown. Sherry, God fix my crown. My new sister from Memphis. This is what I do. This is my little cousin. Okay, you all. My little cousin went through some things health wise, but she grew up on me. She got married. Went to Oral Roberts University. Just if you know Michelle Missy, this is her daughter, her her baby girl. And so watching Michelle Missy grow up and have kids has been crazy for me. But this is her daughter's book, The Grace Beneath the Mask, where faith, mental health, and healing meet. Um, and I'm so proud of um, Amina Toddman. It's her married name. That's so crazy to me. But she is an excellent singer. Her voice, she's got vocals out this world. And so I'm excited for this young lady, for this book, for everything. So I want to have her. That's my baby. Look at this. This is Michelle. Missy says, "That's my baby." Yes, it is. Don't make me cry. Um, it's on pre-order. You can go to Amazon. I want to support this author. My little cousin. We've supported Pam. We got her book, Pam Harmon Porter. This is Amina Toddman. She is an author. That's crazy. Makes me want to write my book now, Amina. So I would love to have. Hey, Sheila. That's my cousin from Georgia. Another cousin from Georgia. Hey, Sheila. Hey, friend. This is Amina's book. I would love to have her on. Missy, let's get her on. Let's get this book ordered, y'all. This is the Great Grace Beneath the Mask. When faith, mental health, and healing meet. That's a powerful thing right there. I'm excited about that. So if you want to bless this young lady, if you want to bless a young queen, okay, who's been through some stuff, but look at God. God, when I tell you God, good like that, He's good. He's good, just like this. So I am proud of you, Amina. If you get to see this, if you get to hear this, I know Shauna she's an author. I mean, I've got authors on my podcast, okay, doing great things. I know Sherry is a writer, producer, director of her play and her book that's coming out. Then we had Pam had her book on here, Smile Through It All. So I guess I'm gonna have to finish writing and get my book out. But there's so much going on anyway. Like I said, I am dancing, the dance ambassador. I'm gonna go ahead and get my book. My book is called This Life I Dance. It's pretty much everything going on in my life, who I am today, all the good stuff, the bad stuff, the hurtful stuff, the hard stuff, um, that makes me feel some type of way. A lot of people be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why he's like that. But it's not for that. It's not like that for me. I could care less what anybody thinks because of what I lived through and God brought me through. And there was a post that I just did on my Facebook page. And a lot of people hit me up silently, quietly, in my inbox. Was like, why would you post that? Because the saying says, they went heavenly bound on me. And my grandma my dad used to tell me, and my grandma used to say that you're so heavenly minded, you are no earthly good. Okay, whatever. It was like, well, I was always told I don't look like what I've been through. And I'm like, oh, baby, I look like what I've been through. I look like mercy and grace. I look like joy and pain. I look like trials and tribulations. I look like I'm on the other side of through. Okay, because God's just good like that. Okay. Anyway, hey, friend. So, right, Shauna, right? Come on, authors, right? And I hope that I can get my twin cousin, Nisi, on here. She's an author, she's a booktuber, and she now living in, I want to say Portland, Oregon. I think that's where she just moved to from Texas. But there's so much going on. There's so many things going on. And the Hey Victoria, the the I have a family reunion coming up next week. So after next week, after next Thursday, I'll be leaving Friday morning for Traveling Grace. Pray for me for Traveling Grace. Going to Arlington, Texas, for which is where I always love to go because that is the home of the Cowboys. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a Cowboy fan. Don't hate nobody else. I just love the Cowboys. Anyway, so um, though this is something else. This is a book that I would love for us to talk to the author, interview the author, and see if she wants to say anything to us. So Michelle, can you please talk to my little cousin and see if she can come on maybe next week, or if I can give her a couple of weeks, and get people pushed and pumped up, and so they can come to the Hey Friend podcast, so we can actually talk to this awesome queen author, um, Miss Amina Todman, Mrs. Amina Todman. That sounds so crazy to me. Anyway, okay. Make that happen, Michelle. Let me know what we can do to get her on. I'm so excited about that. You may have to be on with her so you can talk to her because I may I may not make it. So, or I may have to have somebody else on. Maybe Shauna, you can come on and interview her since you're an author as well and you're a woman of God. Um, oh, and you remember Michelle. I know you remember Michelle. Um, she was, yeah, around Lane Chapel as well, and so on and so forth. But okay, so again, we have these two awesome things. If you're here this Saturday, come on out. It's You don't have to learn how to two step. It's everybody dancing. It's a groove. It's a vibe. The last one they had was really good. So I plan on being there this Saturday. And then again, we also have the grace beneath the mask when faith, mental health, and healing meet. That sounds so powerful. So I'm going to try to get the book today, this week, so I can have it. So when she comes on, I can have some things that I would like to ask her. So again, we are excited about that. I've learned how to do some things on my podcast. Did y'all see that movement? Anyway, I'm excited about life. So that's why I'm asking the question. Um, and so the whole thing of our question, our topic is, if you are given 1 year to live, what would you do? And in that, and what would you do? Why not? Why are you not doing it now? Because tomorrow is not promised. Next week is not promised. And I'm hoping that you all will live your life to the fullest. So when he does call you, you can die empty. You can die complete. Everything that you've been wanting to do, you've done. So we're excited about everything that God is doing for you. And we know that everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die, because we want to keep living just to see what the end's going to be. Um, but I've lived not a long time, but I've lived a long time. I've been through a lot of stuff. A lot of people on this podcast has been through a lot of stuff. Hey, friend, and some things we don't talk about because it makes us uncomfortable. It brings back hurt. It brings back fear. It brings back humiliation. It brings back joy. It brings back honor. It brings back reward. All of that because the good and the bad, the rainy and the sunshine all happen together. It's yes and no, it's stop and go, it's left and right, it's up and down. Without one, you can't have the other. So I'm grateful for this life that I've danced, and I want to be able to put it down so somebody can remember my legacy. Somebody can remember the things that God has allowed me to do since I've been on this earth and the things that was not orchestrated by God, but allowed for me to get through because some things I brought on myself. Some things were done when I was younger and didn't have any control. Some things happened because my shoulders were, God thought my shoulders could hold it and I was able to help somebody else. So I'm grateful for this life that I've danced. I'm grateful for being here where I'm at with this Hey Friend podcast because you guys have been great. So we're excited about what God has done, what God is doing. And if you are given 1 year to live, what would you do? And what would you do? Why don't you just do it? Why don't you just do it? Malik is on. Y'all say hey Malik. Hey friend, hey Malik. That's one of my little cousins, which is Amina's brother, and he actually is um, a rapper who has his own music out, and maybe one day we can get him on to talk about his music, his journey as well. Missy, you've been blessed for sure. Look at her. She said, "That's my other baby." That's my other baby. That's funny. Yes. Malik, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on the Hey Friend podcast. You may, I might be too old for you, but we know that we'll be able to. So he said, "Hey, be able to talk to you about your music and maybe listen to some songs." I know there's that one song. I can't the liquor song, the drink song. I don't remember what it was, but I'm about to go back and find it now. So I'd like to have you on as well. I'm gonna try to get your sister on about her book, and then we've got our DNA, our melanin has made us a creative people, and we can't stop people that are creative. Can't stop them. That's why the enemy couldn't stop God because he's a creator and he created us to create. And I'm so grateful that I am a part of the created that's creating. Okay. Praise God. God is good like that. So anyway, I am so thankful for each and every one of you. Again, I am Sky Up. I am your host for the Hey Friend podcast. Hey friend. Um, and we will know that I wish you nothing but peace, power, and prosperity, that you have enough of everything you need to get over, to get under, to get around, to get through whatever it is that's blocking you from reaching your full potential. Know that I love you. There's one more thing I think Victoria says on here. Let me read this right quick. After I have my surgery and heal good, I would like for me and a few students come on and talk about my journey as a line dance instructor, how I started and where I'm at now. Okay, we can make that work and figure it out. Okay, for sure. Um, so yeah, because we've had people on to talk about therapy. So line dance is definitely therapy, and we're praying that your surgery goes well, that God heals, completes, and recovers you better than when you were before you went in. So love you guys. Hope all is well. Take care. Till next week. And again, Sherry, need to get Sherry on here. I need to get Amina on here, get Malik on here, and maybe some other people on here. Now Victoria. So, Hey Friend podcast is growing. It takes time. I talked to a podcast mentor of mine. He said he did not get more than 10 people for the first 3 years. It was always somebody else. It was always somebody else coming on, but was never more than 10. We've had almost 20, I think, or maybe over 20 one time. So it varies, it goes in and out, even though more people say they come on, but they jump off. They something came up, something happened, I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for continuing to come on. We're here every Thursday from 8:30 to 9:15 Central Time. So if you're earlier Mountain or Pacific, you're an hour, 2 hours behind me. If you're Eastern Time, which is the New York Eastern side of the country, then you are an hour ahead of me. So it'd be 9:30 to 10:15. If that's too late, I'm sorry. Go back and look at and make your comments then, because I always go back and check out my videos. So again, I love you. I wish you enough. Take care. Be blessed. And I remember I am your Hey Friend podcast host. Okay.